Так, все, значит, YouTube сейчас запускается отсюда. Когда Александр подойдет, он сделает остальное. Я сейчас тебя сделаю хостом.
Вриндаун Прабу, я здесь, Хари Кришна. Доброе утро.
Мгм. Да, молодец, спасибо большое, что подошел. Значит,
Мне
давай я
скажите,
тебя сделаю хостом. Я тебя хостом сейчас сделаю, и ты будешь руководителем. Так,
у меня, я думаю, не получится. Через полчаса только смогу, ну, за
все
компьютером.
нормально, все хорошо. Через полчаса подойдешь
Мне,
туда.
мне, я хотел трансляцию в Zoom русского перевода сделать. Мне на какой канал это сделать? Ну, то есть
Ну,
сейчас YouTube на какой канал запущен?
сейчас на лайв. Сделаю на русский.
Русский, хорошо, все, я понял. Спасибо.
Все, давай, я отключаюсь, мне надо бежать. Извините, простите. Махаванджи, я делаю тебя опять хостом. Махаванджи, сделай меня ко-хостом, или Анастасия, сделайте меня ко-хостом, и все, как бы я пока отключаюсь.
Анантаджи, я не могу вас сделать хостом.
Без проблем. Потом Махаванджи можно сделать. Не так сложно.
Анантаджи, ты соорганизатор, и трансляция у нас идет. Теперь нам осталось поделиться ссылками с вайшнавами. Ананта, у тебя
Да,
есть
сейчас я поделюсь. Сейчас
на
я поделюсь.
Global
Сейчас
Travels
поделюсь. Тогда
пригласить?
поделюсь.
Наверное, только YouTube ссылку дадим, Ананта. И только опиши,
Да-да.
описание, пожалуйста, сделай немножечко, коротко. Вьясапуджа на день явления, на Нрисимха Чатурдаши. Коротко, понятно.
А сейчас по идее включим. Сейчас по идее то, что вы говорите.
Махвам Прабу, так а называть инициацией или Вьясапуджа?
Инициация.
Угу, спасибо, Анастасия.
Махаван Прабу, Хари Кришна. Скажите, пожалуйста, а можно, чтобы старшие ученики в нашей ядре начитали четкие? Можно ли так сделать? Ну, впоследствии потом.
Такого я, конечно, никогда не встречал, но они могут начитать, а потом, ну, и оставить их себе. А Гурудев вам начитает четкие, вы на них можете повторять. Я не слышал, чтобы такое было. Если у них есть желание, возможность начитать четкие, здорово. Но, наверное, повторять лучше на духовного учителя, он начитает при встрече.
Махаван Прабу, у нас еще одного Прабу нет, кантимал трехрядных, они будут только вечером. Ничего, нормально?
в уме представить самые красивые канхималы, надеть их, и потом вечером уже
Джай.
реализовать их на грубом уровне. А тогда у нас Хари Кришна Вилас Прабху, мы хотели вас о помощи попросить, но вроде бы Александр появился, и мы сейчас уже с Александром в зоне проводим программу очередную. Хорошо? Спасибо большое, что перезвонили. Спасибо, Хари Кришна Вилас Прабху. Так, ну похоже, у нас готовность номер 1, Вайшнавы. Все кандидаты готовы, все переводчики есть, трансляция есть, запись есть. Нам нужно попросить, наверное, нашу приемную комиссию. А ты же, Анастасия, может быть, вы могли текст переслать переводчикам, чтобы у них были имена и значения?
У Свалакшина уже есть все.
Все.
Я не знаю, Шьямасаки нужно. Гурудев уже будет на английском говорить. Так что...
Окей.
Окей?
Тогда мы приглашаем Шилу Гурудеву, да?
Я думаю, да.
Угу.
Скажите, а порядок будет тот же, который...
Ой-ой-ой. Сейчас, подождите, преданные, если вы еще немножечко можете попеть хоть святые имена, мы один вопросик еще с Гурудевом сейчас сделаем. Я думаю, сейчас мы сделаем. Нам нужно один звоночек важный совершить, и потом мы к вам вернемся. Сейчас, секундочку.
Mavan?
Shila Gurudev, just 1 second. Shila Gurudev, 1 second. I need to, you remember Yaduraj, he need to go to work. Can we call to Yaduraj for 5 minutes now and then back, because these programs will be 2 hours, so...
I'm not
No?
ready for him.
Okay, after, later. Okay, Shila Gurudev, I will let him know. Thank you. We can start, Shila Gurudev. Thank you so much. Shila Gurudev,
Do we have everybody here?
Everyone is here who is getting initiations, and friends, support, parents, mother, father, brothers, uncles.
Who's translating? Okay. So I begin. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pastita Adhishtarane. Kartamashi, this light behind me you can turn off there. I hope that everyone can hear me clearly. Mavan, I'm not hearing anything here.
We can hear you.
There's no, I should be able to hear the translation. Come help here.
The translation's on a different channel.
So I'm just going to speak without,
Constantly.
Mavan? Can you get Mavan for me?
Yeah. Mamanji?
Maybe give him a call.
Yeah.
Let me see everybody, not like.
Shila Gurudev, this is Ananta.
Ananta?
Yes, Gurudev.
Should I just speak freely English, or should I speak sentence by sentence so that it can be translated?
Yeah, so we have it's the same as during the Asa Puja, we have a channel for that. I'm just going to switch to the English to here, if you can, and then I'll test that now. It should be all right. Let me just test that now. 1 second. I'm just switching to English. Please start speaking.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hare Krishna. So can everybody hear me? Looks like it, yeah. Okay.
I couldn't hear translation. Let me just check. 1 second. Преданный, кто переводит? Анастасия, где переводчик? Потому что не было перевода слышно на английском. Анастасия, ты меня слышишь? Свалакшина, кто переводит? Вы там? Шамасаки, кто переводит?
Анантавридавам Прабhu. На русский переводит
Свалакшина, я вас прекрасно
Свалакшина
слышу.
Матаджи. Ну, у Гурудева нет наушников для перевода ему на английский. На английском канале тоже идет звук.
Хорошо, преданные слушают перевод Гурудева, самое главное.
She's not here.
Нет, перевода не слышно было.
Да, на русском канале вас слышно хорошо.
Да нам не нужен русский канал, нужен, чтобы сейчас будет Гурудев говорить, его нужно переводить. То есть кто переводит на
Но
Гурудева на русский?
Свалакшина переводит то, что говорит
Хорошо,
Гурудев, Свалакшина переводит на русском канале.
хорошо, я вот подключился и не слышал ничего. Сейчас, секунду, еще раз подключусь. Еще раз скажи. Да, сейчас слышу, спасибо большое, все. Okay, Gurudev, we're ready to go, yeah. Sure, Gurudev, we're ready to go.
Ananta,
Yes, Gurudev, we're ready to go.
so what does that exactly mean?
So that means you speak English, and all the Russian devotees will hear translation by Svalakshana Mataji. She will be translating into Russian channel, so you can just start speaking as you did during the Vyasa Puja.
Okay, so no, I don't wait for a translation.
No.
Okay, all right. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namane, Namaste Saraswati Deve, Gauravani Pacharine, Vivishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane, Omagyantimarandasya, Kanankana Shalakaya, Chaksunamilitam Jena Tasmai Si Gurave Namaha. I begin by offering my most respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who has opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge while I was standing blinded by the darkness of material existence. I would like to welcome everyone today to this very auspicious ceremony. Not only the initiates, but their family members, especially their mothers and fathers if they're young, their friends, the temple devotees if you're participating, even if you're a congregation member. We thank everyone for coming, and by your presence, you are making this ceremony auspicious. How is that? Because to make spiritual advancement in Krishna consciousness, we need a lot of help. We've sunken so far into this material existence that it's a little difficult to get out. Even Krishna admits this in Bhagavad Gita. Davyesha gunamai mama maya duratyaya. He said this divine energy of mine, consisting of the three modes of material nature, it's very difficult to overcome. Realistically speaking, on our own strength, it's not possible. We need help. And that help comes in the form of the devotees of the Lord, our spiritual master, and of course the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All these three personalities are helping us on the path back home, back to Godhead. So we're indebted to all of them. That's why in the morning when we get up, we in our mind, we remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, his eternal consort, Srimati Radharani, Krishna and Balaram, Madhya Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, Vasudev, Devaki, the cowherd boys, cowherd girls, the holy places of Braj. Remember Prabhupada, we pay obeisances to Prabhupada. Remember our own spiritual master and the Vaishnavas, because all of them are instrumental in getting us out of the entanglement of material existence. So everyone's presence here is welcome today. You can all bless these initiates for safe progress back home, back to the spiritual world. Today they are being blessed in the form of the Maha Mantra. This type of diksha, this type of initiation is initiation into the chanting of the holy names. We have to be initiated into the chanting in order for it to have its full effect. We were discussing this earlier. Anyone and everyone can be benefited by chanting Hare Krishna. That's how powerful the holy name is. Because the holy name is non-different than Krishna. And Krishna is the supreme pure. So if you associate with Krishna, because he's the supreme pure, you become purified. Just like if you associate with the diseased person, you get the disease. So if you associate with the supreme personality of Godhead, who is purity personified, you're going to get, so there's going to be some effect there. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired from Haridas Thakur how the immovable living entities, like plants and trees, how they'll get delivered from samsara, the repetition of birth and death. Haridas Thakur replied that by the loud chanting of the holy names, even plants, even trees, they get some benefit. And similarly, when we go on Harinam, why do we go on Harinam? We don't go on Harinam for ourselves. We're already liberated in the sense that we're on the path of liberation. We're well on the path. We're on the way home. So we go on Harinam for the benefit of the people, because even if they walk by and they don't even pay attention, they still get purified by the holy name. Like one time we were doing Harinam in Paris, France. I was 20 years old, just a boy. And Prabhupada was staying in the temple with us at that time. So we went on Harinam, and when we were on Harinam, we stopped on the street and a big crowd came and stared at us. And I was singing, I was the lead singer. And one French lady, she came and stood in front of me, and she went like this. Meaning, I'm not interested in your chanting. She plugged her ears like, made a big face. And I kept chanting, and she came close, she was right in front of my nose. So anyway, I just kept chanting. That evening we came home, and Prabhupada called me to his room. So he said, Indradumna. I wasn't a Maharaj then. Indradumna, how was the Sankirtan? So I was always a little nervous in front of Prabhupada. It's good to be a little nervous in front of the spiritual master. It shows that you respect him. There's some awe and reverence there. And if that awe and reverence is there, then you can accept what he says into your heart. You don't question it. So I was a little nervous. So, Indradumna, how was the Harinam? I said, oh, Srila Prabhupada, it was nice, but there was one lady. She came and in front of me, and she didn't want to hear the Maha Mantra. Prabhupada went, oh? I said, yes. I said, she put her fingers in her ears. Prabhupada went, oh? He was like so surprised. So he said, what did you do? And I was a little confused. What did I do, Prabhupada? What was I supposed to do? Prabhupada said, you should have taken her hands, her fingers, and pulled them out from her ears. You should have pulled her hands And you should have chanted very loudly, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Why you didn't do? I said, Prabhupada, I'm just a foolish disciple. I don't know anything. Said, yes, you were very foolish. You should have pulled her ears out, her hands out of her ears. But save for the deaf and dumb, anyone can benefit by this chanting. But to get the full benefit of chanting, one has to get the mantra from a guru. Any mantra, people are chanting mantras, in all the yoga societies, the yoga groups. They're chanting to Hanuman, they're chanting to Shiva, to Ram. Okay. But they don't know that to get the full benefit of a mantra, you have to hear the mantra from a guru in a bona fide disciplic succession. Only then you get the full benefit of the mantra. Just like the lotus flower, she's closed at night. But when the sun's rays come, then slowly, right? The sun's rising and the lotus flower's opening. And by the time the sun is at noon, the lotus flower is fully open. So chanting's like that. We get some benefit, but when we hear the mantra from the Guru Parampara, the lotus flower of love of Godhead in our hearts, it's completely open. Or the sunshine of Krishna's mercy. If you want prem, which Mahaprabhu described as the fourth goal of life, or the fifth goal of life, economic development, sense gratification, there's different goals people have in life. If you want the fifth goal, prema, love of God, you have to get that mantra, you have to hear the mantra from a guru. So this initiation ceremony is so important. This is the moment that these disciples are going to get this opportunity to one day cry for Krishna. I'm not trying to be sentimental. This is not sahaja. We know the goal of Krishna consciousness. We want to fall in love with Krishna. We want to fall out of love with the material world, and we want to fall into love with Krishna. Right now, we have some fascination with this world. There's a cat that lives nearby us, a baby kitten, and she's always coming around looking everything. And one big dog came the other day, and she had to run in our house to save herself. They say curiosity kills the cats. So people are so curious about this world. Let me go here, let me go there, this wonderful world. No, there's nothing wondrous about it. It's an ocean of birth and death. So we have to fall out of love with the material world and into love for the Vaishnavas, for the spiritual preceptor, and for Krishna. So that prem starts when you get mantra. Traditionally, the guru would say the mantra in the right ear of the disciple, and it goes to the heart. Just like Lord Brahma. He's the first guru in our disciplic succession. So how did he get enlightened? Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati said, he became so enlightened that he understood that he was a maidservant of Krishna in Vrindavan. Yeah. He was on top of the lotus flower, tapa, trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing here. I'm all alone. Krishna was pleased with his penance, so Krishna played flute, Venu. And what was the sound of Krishna's flute? Gayatri. In that case, the sound of Krishna's flute was Gayatri mantra. And that Gayatri mantra, you see in the painting, Krishna's playing flute and Brahma's there. The sound is going into his ear, to his heart. Cleansing the heart completely, like Gundicha temple, cleaning. And that little seed of love of God is fully awoken. And from that, he understood, oh, I'm eternal maidservant of Krishna, Gopi. That's right there in the teachings of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. So potent. That was his initiation. Initiation means you hear the mantra from the guru, and then everything starts. So powerful. So we have to appreciate what's happening here today. This is a big deal. This is a big affair. Mantra is so sound vibration. They say by sound vibration, we become conditioned. We hear so many nonsense things on the news, social media, mundane people, teachers in school, and we become attached to the world. By sound, one becomes conditioned, tied up. But by sound, one also becomes liberated. You untie the ropes. I'm free. By sound. It's so important, sound. That's why the yogis, they didn't want to hear any mundane sound, so they went to the Himalayan mountains. It's very quiet there. Maybe some birds, chirp, chirp, chirp. Some water flowing, but no nonsense. They'd live up there in Satvagun, in the quiet, quiet, quiet. No motor cars, no factories, no neon lights, just shanti, shanti, shanti. And they would meditate their way, whatever they did, they'd meditate from within. So we want to be aloof from mundane sound. I want to be very attached to transcendental sound. Prabhupada said, if you've got time, chant Hare Krishna. Don't waste a minute. Chant. Always have your beads by your side. You say, I have my beads. This is my constant companion. These are my drops. I always have them, you see. Very old beads, you can see they're made from the roots of a tulsi tree. You see how special they are. 250 years old, these beads. They're 250 years old. So many Vaishnava saints have chanted. Any spare moment, you'll see me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mantra is so powerful. I've said many times that Prabhupada told us that in the material world, two things in Kali Yuga never lose potency. Everything in Kali Yuga, by the influence of Kali Yuga, everything deteriorates. Spirituality, religious practices, piety, it's replaced by adharma, by sinful activity, abortions, cow slaughter, hypocrisy, abuse. Everything deteriorates slowly, slowly. Prabhupada said by the end of Kali Yuga, devotees will be living in caves, and fruits shall be the size of a seed. Your apples will be this big, pears will be this big, bananas will be this big. Everything. But two things never lose their potency. Gems, diamonds, right? In my country, they advertise diamonds on the TV. They say to sell them, to the men for their girlfriends. Diamonds are forever. Like that. It's advertising. Diamonds are forever. So buy your girlfriend a diamond because diamonds are forever. But in one sense, Prabhupada said diamonds, sapphires, rubies, pearls, they don't lose potency. So therefore, in astrology, sometimes an astrologer will recommend a particular gem for you to wear on your hand to counteract the effects of the stars. Here I have a Shalagram Shila. I'll show you. This is Shaligram. You leave it open underneath so it touches your skin. I wear. So gems, this is Krishna, Shalagram's Krishna. Sannyasis don't wear jewels. I don't have earrings, I don't have nose ring, I don't have rings, I don't have necklaces. I have a necklace. This is a necklace of Shalagram Shilas. A necklace of Shalagrams. Now, generally, the Shalagram necklaces are meant for the deities, the Vishnu deities. But somehow or other, a Buddhist monk in Tibet, he acquired many Shalagrams and he had a necklace made. And it has 108 beads. You can see here's the head bead. 108 beads. He made 108 beads. He became very, very old. And all his students wanted his Shalagram necklace. But I met him and we resonated with each other's hearts. Of course, Buddhists are atheists, really. They don't believe in the soul or the supreme soul. So for them, nirvana, just not to exist anymore by giving up all your desires. But still, we had much in common, you know. We live simple lives, we eat simply, we sleep little, we practice renunciation, we read shastras. So we became friends. I like to make friends with sadhus rather than materialistic people. So before he died, he gave this to me. So even though generally we don't wear, you know, the Shalagrams, because it was a gift and because this is God, Shalagrams non-different, then I wear like this. Very auspicious. They say that if you die holding a Shalagram, you're guaranteed liberation. So this will help. This will help. So jewels and mantras don't lose potency. Jewels. And mantras either. Namachintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. There's no difference between Krishna, Swayam Bhagavan, full of 6 opulences, beautiful, our Krishna, peacock feather, eyes like lotuses to the ears, nose like sesame flower, lips like bimba fruit, Turibanga Sundar, threefold bending form, garland of Vaijayanti, 5 kinds of flowers going down to his ankles, yellow dhoti, so charming, debonair, Krishna. He's non-different than his name. He never diminishes. How fortunate we are that we live in this nasty world, but we have the blissful form of Krishna as close as we want him. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. We're so blessed. How powerful is this mantra? You just consider like Valmiki. You know Valmiki, you know Ramayan, right? The Ramayan, Lord Ram, Sita, Lakshman, Bharat, they appeared in Treta Yuga. Krishna incarnation, Treta Yuga. Raghupati Raghava Rajaram, Patita Pavana Sitaram, Sitaram Jai, Sitaram, Sitaram Jai, Sitaram. Treta Yuga. Ramayan. So, who wrote the Ramayan down? Valmiki. Valmiki. Great saint. But did you know that Valmiki was a dacoit before becoming devotee? It's an Indian Hindi word, dacoit. It's like a robber, like a thief, like a rapist, the worst you could think. Valmiki had a group of people. They were all dacoits. So they would go to Vrindavan, they'd go to Mathura, they'd go to Ayodhya, they'd go to Mayapur, they'd go to Tirupati, they'd go to Srirangam, Rameshwaram, and they'd hide in the trees outside the holy place. And when pilgrims would come to visit these holy dhams, they'd drop down from the trees on top of the pilgrims and kill them and steal all their wealth, all their jewels, and make the women slaves. Shame on them. Shame, shame, shame. Lowest amongst the low. But one day, Narada Muni came. Narada Muni is a very special personality. He goes everywhere, heaven to hell. And what does he do? He preaches Krishna consciousness. He's the patron saint of my Polish tour, Festival of India in Poland. He's our patron saint. A picture of Narada Muni on our altar on the Polish tour. I saw this Valmiki committing the greatest atrocities, horrible sin. So like a Vaishnava, he approached him. Sir, what are you doing? Oh, I'm killing these pilgrims for their money. Narada, he tried to preach to him. This is not good. It's very impious. So much karma will come. Whatever you do will come back to you. Think about it. But because he was so sinful, Valmiki could not understand. People who are addicted to sin can't understand spiritual matters. It's called atyahana. They're called meat eaters are called atyahana. Atyahana means killer of the soul. What? I thought you can't kill the soul. You can't kill the soul, but you can kill the soul's chances for self-realization. I couldn't understand. So Narada Muni had to think of something else. So what did he do? He said, all right, can you say the name of God? So Valmiki said, what's the name of God? So Narada Muni said, Ram, Lord Ramachandra. Can you say Ram? He couldn't say it. Couldn't say Ram's name. So then Narada Muni said, can you say the name of death? Can you say the name of death? So in Sanskrit, death is Mara, Mara, Mara. So he said, say that. So Valmiki said, Mara, 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 Mama, Rama, 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 Rama. What? Mara, 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 Ram, 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 Ram. Hare Krishna. All glories to the holy names. The guru has to be more intelligent than the disciple. Therefore, before getting initiated, one should question, judge, see if the guru is qualified. But after initiation, you can't question. You have to do as guru says. No, but I think, no, wait a minute, you're my disciple. If I say black is white, or if I say white is black, then that's the way it is. What do you know? So, like that. And he became purified. Ram, 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 Raghupati Raghav, Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram, Sitaram Jai, Sitaram, Sitaram Jai, oh, Sitaram. You get addicted to this chanting. Like a person becomes addicted to drugs and goes down. A person becomes addicted to Hare Krishna, he goes up. Or take Magrari, the hunter. He would kill animals in such a way that they took a long time to die. So Narada came to him, like, what are you doing, Narada Muni said? You're a hunter, number one. Number two, you're making everyone suffer. Yeah, but my daddy taught me how to do this killing in the forest. My daddy taught me. Well, your daddy taught you the wrong thing. So I want you to chant Hare Krishna, become purified. So Narada Muni, he accepted. Excuse me, Magrari accepted. Because of the association of such a saintly person, he had a change of heart. If you associate with bad people, you become bad. If you associate with business people, you become businessman. If you associate with athlete, you become athlete. If you associate with sadhu, you become sadhu. Sadhu sangha, sarva shastra koi. Lava matra, sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi hoy. If you can't do anything, just hang out with sadhus. I'm not very smart. I don't have a big appetite. I can't focus on chanting. I just sit next to a sadhu. Just sit next to a sadhu. Everything will be all right. Because sadhus, they carry Krishna within their hearts wherever they go. This is sadhu. They leave Braj, but they take Krishna in their heart wherever they go. So you associate with sadhus. So that's the potency of this mantra that you're getting today. Those of you who are getting initiated. Oh, I'm getting a new name. Yes. And you're going to get nice names. Because I stayed up all night looking at your picture, your photos. And then I spent all night going through Shastras, looking for nice name. And I kept one special name for Yamuna Priya. Yamuna Priya is the little girl who's always on my videos. I can see her today. She's even here today. Yamuna Priya is she's going to be 9. And all my Vyasa Pujas, Yamuna Priya is there. That's a good girl. At 9 years old, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. And some of the young girls here, I know you. Andal, Kalindi, Shringa. I know all of you very well. And I've watched you grow from little tiny ducklings to young Vaishnavis. So I also have nice names for you as well. But even more than the name is this gift the Guru is giving us here to our hearts. Become free from suffering, and then we learn what is real joy. Real joy begins when you Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama. Otherwise, why have you joined this movement? Unless you're enjoying. Whatever problems are there are not as a result of the process, but we're holding on. So let go gradually, let go of this world. Hang on to Krishna's lotus feet. And how will you do it? You always remember Krishna, never forget him. How can you always remember someone and never forget them? If you hate them or you love them. If you hate somebody, you're always saying, oh. Like Kamsa. Kamsa, Prabhupada said, was very Krishna conscious. Kamsa. He was very Krishna conscious, Kamsa. He had heard a voice from the sky while taking his sister home from her marriage. Kamsa, you fool! Don't you know that the 8th son of your sister Devaki will kill you? And his name is Krishna. So if you know someone's going to kill you, you're always looking around, right? So Kamsa was always Krishna, 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 Krishna! Because he hated Krishna. So he always remembered Krishna. He never forgot him. Oh, so I should become like Kamsa? No. Rupa Goswami says we have to think of Krishna favorably. Favorably. Shri Krishna, favorably. That's Krishna consciousness. So how do you always remember Krishna? Not by hating him, but by loving him. And love comes in stages. And love will come by associating with all attractive, all beautiful, supreme person. Love will come just by associating. And how to associate? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. And one day you'll realize, yes, Krishna. Just like a baby. Does a baby know its mother? Hello. No, the baby has a very intimate relationship with mama. The baby doesn't know who's mother. Maybe when baby becomes teenager, oh, my mom, my mother, she did so much for me. She fed me her breast milk till I was 5. And she changed my diapers. My mother used to say when I was bad, son, stop this nonsense. Don't you realize how many times I changed your diapers? My mother would say. And one day you realize, Mama, spasibo большое, Mama, spasibo большое. Isn't it? I hope you do. Papa, spasibo. You work so hard. I didn't even know it. I wasn't even grateful. Papa, Mama, babushka. It's natural, isn't it? So this is Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare. You have God on your tongue. You fall asleep. But as you become more purified, lust, anger, greed, out of the heart, prema, love for Krishna comes, and it will come. Then you take your beads and you pray to your beads. You pray to your beads before you start chanting. Yes. This is our connection with the mantra. I had one friend, Fakir Mohan. Fakir Mohan, he was a very nice Gaudiya Vaishnava. He passed away, sadly. He gave class on the same verse from Srimad Bhagavatam on the glories of the holy name for 2 straight years. Every day, most days I was there. The same verse, he lectured on the glories of the holy name, 2 years. He never said the same thing twice. How glorious is this holy name? So when I chanted japa with him, okay, we're going to chant japa now? Yeah, okay. So, Hare Krishna, Hare. He said, stop. Put your beads on the altar. And then we had a whole abhishek of our beads. We're bathing our beads with Ganga Jal, Yamuna Jal. Very carefully drying the beads. Then arti to our beads. And flowers to our beads. And then for 1 hour, he would chant mantras glorifying the holy name. Kaler dosha nidhe rajan asika mahaguna kirtana deva Krishna shem. On and on. After an hour and a half, he said, now we can chant. How much he understood the glories of the holy name. And then, like when we greet the deities? Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. Venam Kanvantam Aravindam Delayataksham. Right? So that's what he did when he took his beads out. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajam. He put him under it. Then he paid dandabats. He paid dandabats to the beads 108 times. The morning's gone by. It's like 11 o'clock and we haven't started yet. 108 times. Boom, boom. Then he said, Indraduna Maharaj, now we are ready to chant japa. Sit like this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare, didn't move. For 4 hours, he didn't move. Just his lips moved and his little Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I'm like, looking at him. Sit still, he'd say. Sit still. I learned to chant japa from that sadhu. That's japa. It takes time. It takes time. My dear devotees, these are some of the unlimited glories of the holy names. I wish you well. This is the most important day in your life since you left the kingdom of God. We think, oh, the day I was born, the day I graduated university, the day I married, my first baby, my first, raise and pay in my job. These are most important day. This is most important day. Because now it's all going up. Before it was all going down. But now you're getting initiated and you're turning and you're going to go up. What does that look like? Smile, right? We say in English, oh, happy days. Happy days are here again. Now it's all just looking forward. Don't look back. Eke Kurunandana, Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hey! Oh, my Lord, as Rupa Goswami says, I'm drowning in a whirlpool of material existence. Please, Krishna, just this one time, extend your hand to save me. Rupa Goswami. So what is the hand? We see a big hand of Krishna, a big blue hand come to this guy. No, this guru. Guru is the helping hand to lead you out of the forest of illusion into the reality of the 12 forests of Vrindavan. So therefore we honor Guru. And I don't deserve any honor, but my Guru does, Srila Prabhupada. So please, you remember him every day. You pray to him. He's the master at whose feet all the masters sit. And what I can do is take you to Prabhupada's lotus feet. That's all. But I need the help of all my godbrothers because I have so many wonderful senior godbrothers who we encourage each other. It's like a team effort. So it's not just me, because I depend on my godbrothers, my godsisters to inspire me and purify me and chastise me. So I can't take any credit. I give the credit to my godbrothers, my godsisters, so many devotees, Prabhupada, the Parampara. But altogether we will meet. We will go back home, back to God, all of us. When or when will that day be ours? So I thank all of you. I won't take any more of your time. I know this is Nrisimha's appearance day. What a day to be initiated. You get some extra insurance on this day. You can always say, I took initiation on Nrisimha's appearance day. I'm a little more protection there. And I'll show you one deity that I worship. This deity is 800 years old. He's from the Vijayanagar dynasty. I painted his eyes, but you can see that by this is my Nrisimha deity. One. You can see how interesting his legs, his Everything's very fine. Lakshmi, this is behind here. Special deity. He's giving you his blessings today. All the initiates. He's in your heart. He's cleansing the heart. So, some words of wisdom to contemplate on this most important day of your lives since you left the kingdom of God. We'll continue now. We're going to do the purificatory ceremony by chanting a mantra. Yes, a mantra from the Garud Purana. Because these ceremonies we need to be pure to absorb all the mercy we're getting. So we're going to go this in a simple way. I think all of you have Ajman cups, yes? So I want you to follow me as I go through the ceremony like this. You take the Ajman spoon in your left hand, and then you put 3 drops into your right hand. You can do that now. 3 drops into your right hand. Then you look at the water, and you say, Om Keshavaya Namaha. You sip the water. Then you take 1 drop, and you put it back in the hand. You throw it to the side. Okay? So everyone did that? You say Om Keshavaya Namah, then you sip the water, then 1 drop here. Okay. So to make that more sacred, I'm going to chant 1 mantra traditionally here. Om Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yasmaret Pudadikaksham Sa Baya Bayantara Suchi Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Now we'll do that again. You take 3 drops, you put it in your right hand, and this time you say, Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. And you sip. Then you take 1 drop back in the hand to purify, and you throw it to the side. And we'll say the mantra again. Om Apapitra Papitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yasmaret Pudarikaksham Na Sabaya Bhayantara Suchi Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. They're almost there. Going to do it 1 more time. You take the spoon in your left hand, you put 3 drops in your right hand, you say Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. You sip the water. 1 drop in the right hand to the side. 1 more time, we'll say the mantra. Om Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yasmaret Vidikaksham Sa Baya Bhayantara Suchi Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Hare Krishna. Now everyone's in a purified state. If you weren't able to follow that exactly, then we can make up for any inadequacies in our performance of rituals by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh. So now, what we're going to do is we are going to call you forward, sort of call you forward, and ask you to make your vows. Your vows will consist of the do's and the don'ts. The don'ts are, Guru Maharaj, I promise you, no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, which means sex outside of marriage, no gambling. no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling. I repeat these because very often, disciples come forward for initiation and they may have PhD, they may have master's degrees, but they get a little nervous. They forget. So I'm telling you, reminding you. And you have to promise to chant a minimum of 16 rounds a day. And if you do those things, you're protected from the influence of the material energy by following the don'ts. And you'll gradually lift upwards to the spiritual world by chanting the mantra. Can I see people back on the screen? It changed. Okay, so everybody has that in mind. So I've been given a sheet here. These are the names. And I asked Mahavan, I hope Mahavan did this, to arrange for all of you to be given a piece of paper after you get your name, so that you can see your name, you don't forget your name, and you see how to spell it, and the meaning is there also. So if that doesn't happen, you can get in touch with Mahavan, one of my secretaries, and he'll arrange that you'll get a paper with your name on it, what the names. Now, please bear in mind, these names come from the spiritual world, and they're given to you by your guru. That's very special. Very special. Das and Dasi means you're servant of that name, but take great pride in these very special names. So, I'm just going to start with the way the names have been given here. We'll ask Kalindi to come forward. Hold on a sec. Kalindi, are you there? I see Rostov on Bologna. There's Kalindi. Okay. I hope you can hear me, Kalindi. Can you hear me, Kalindi? Yes? You can hear, okay. Kalindi's a very special girl. I know her very well because her father's my disciple, Rasa Vigraha. She takes part in a lot of the Harinams, and I know they do a lot of Harinams there. And she's a very modest girl. She's very shy. She's very chaste. You can see it on her face. The face is an index of the mind. And she's studying, I believe, at an institute to design theatrical costumes. So this is really important because, I do a lot of festivals, and I need professional help. And we have a lot of actors. So, Kalindi, this is a very nice service that you're learning to do. You can make the outfits for our festivals. So thank you. And I understand you also take part in theatrical performances. You're an actor. So you can act in our plays, and you can design your own clothes for the performances on the Polish tour. And I believe you came on the Polish tour one time with your sister, Lolita, correct? So you know the mood of your guru. And I know that you're very attached to me. Thank you for that. I know you're very attached. And I want to thank your parents for raising you to be the girl that you are because, well, you have a choice. Not everyone is born in the movement, becomes a devotee. It's not enough to be born, you have to join the movement. So you're joining the movement. This is your decision to become a Vaishnavi. So I'm very, very grateful that you've made that. I'm very proud of you that you've made that decision. You will become a Vaishnavi. So I have such a nice name for you. I personally chose it for you. And I think you're 19 or 20, right? Maybe you're 20 now. So as soon as you finish your institute, then you can come and hopefully next year come on the Polish tour. Can design all the outfits, can play in the theater. Come on, Harinam. Okay, good girl. So what are the 4 regulative principles you promised to follow, and what are the, how many rounds will you chant every day? I can't hear her.
Гурудев, я обещаю каждый день повторять минимум 16 кругов Харе Кришна Махамантры на четках, не употреблять в пищу мясо, рыбу, яйца, не принимать интоксикации, одурманивающие средства, не играть в азартные игры, не вступать в незаконные половые отношения и никогда не покидать искон.
Spasibo Moshre. Your name's Kalindi, but I'm going to change your name because that's the tradition. So like a girl marries, she marries into her husband's family, so she takes the last name of her husband. So when a devotee joins the family of God, Krishna, some name changes required. It'll take a little while for you to get used to it and your friends and your mom and dad, but it's okay. So your name means servant of the gopi named Kamala. From this day forth, you shall be known as Kamala Gopika Dasi. Hare Krishna. Kamala Gopika Dasi. Isn't that sweet name? Kamala Gopika Dasi ki. Shri Guru Parampara ki. Okay, let's call forward another girl. Andal. Andal can come forward as well. Andal. She is from Ukraine, and she lives in Rostov as well. Andal, Hare Krishna. Very, very proud of you as well. I think you're probably the same age as Kamala Gopika. You're about 20. I remember you were on the Polish tour, yes? And I gave you a ring. You still have the ring. Good girl. Oh, very good. Okay. Yeah. I think you're also studying, and I think you work in a kindergarten. That's good. Work with children. You make lots of little devotees there. And you also participate in the sanghas with the devotees. And I think you with the Shringi Leela, you distribute prasadam at the programs, right? Something like that. So thank you for also making this decision on your own to be a Vaishnavi, to become my spiritual daughter. You know, I have a special place in my heart for the youth, because youth means the time you can enjoy. You can't enjoy when you get older because the senses are finished. The body doesn't allow you to enjoy. But when you're young, you can choose. You're strong, the senses. So if a girl says, no, I want to use my senses in Krishna's service. I want to serve my Guru Maharaj. I want to love Krishna. That's something remarkable. So thank you, Adal, for that, for making that decision. Therefore, I'm accepting you as my disciple, honoring that decision that you've made. All you young girls and boys, thank you for that. You're very dear to me. And therefore, I have a nice name for you too. So, Andal, what are the 4 rules and regulations that you promise to follow? And how many rounds of the Maha Mantra will you chant every day?
Please accept my most humble obeisances. For the rest of my life, I promise to chant minimum 16 rounds a day and follow 4 regulative principles: no meat eating, no fish, no eggs, no gambling, no intoxications, and no unlicensed sex. And I promise to stay with you forever.
Thank you. And Yeah, well, thank you very much. Please also keep studying Srila Prabhupada's books. And when I come to Rostov, you can be my translator. You speak good English, very good English. Like Shamasaki, she speaks good English. So, such a name. Your name means servant of Sri Radha, who exhibits great love under the rays of the moon. Wow. What does that mean? It means that Radha and Krishna, they meet at night under the moonlight and they dance with the gopis. Servant of Radha, who exhibits great love under the rays of the moon. From this day forth, you should be known as Chandrika Rani Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna. Chandrika means the moon. Moon rays. Chandrika Rani. Rani means queen. So Radharani. Chandrika Rani Devi Dasi. Such sweet name.
So much.
Hare Krishna. We'll call forth Nrisimha Leela. Hare Krishna. Nrisimha Leela. Special regards today on the appearance of Lord Nrisimhadev. You have a very good name. I'm going to add something very special to your name. But I've known you also since you were a very young girl. We had many leelas together and all your dreams and the desires of your heart. I came to know of those, and you chose me as your guru long time ago. At least I think you did. But anyway, I accepted you as my spiritual daughter as soon as I knew you were attracted to Nrisimhadev. Because Nrisimhadev is my Istadev. So I thought, here's a young girl who can help me with my puja. So thank you. All three of you girls. We're very proud of you. And I know this is a very important day for you. You've been waiting for this day for a long time, and actually for all three of you. For Chandrika Rani and Kamala Gopika and yourself, I kind of pushed for this initiation. I said, I know those girls. I know their hearts. I want to initiate them. So, well, wait a minute. And I said, no. This is my decision. But your authorities kind of gave permission. So very nice to see you sitting. What a day to get initiated for you. So, Nrisimha, what are the 4 rules and regulations you promised to follow, and how many rounds of the Maha Mantra will you chant every day?
Дорогой Шрила Гурудев, спасибо, что принимаете свои ученицы. Я обещаю повторять ежедневно минимум 16 кругов, не употреблять в пищу мясо, рыба, яйца, не употреблять интоксикации, запрещенные вещества, не участвовать в азартных играх и денежных махинациях, не вступать в незаконные половые отношения и быть верной искон.
Thank you. I know that you'll follow those rules. So therefore, Nrisimhadev will always protect you. And Radha and Krishna will shower their blessings on you the more you chant their holy names in the form of the Maha Mantra. So I can't change the first part of your name. That would be irreligious, but I'm adding a little. From this, your name means servant of Lakshmi, who always looks towards Nrisimhadev. One who's always having the darshan of Nrisimhadev. From this day forth, you should be known as Nrisimha Darshini Devi Dasi. Nrisimha Darshini. Isn't that sweet? Nrisimha Darshini Devi Dasi ki. It means one who has the darshan, like Lakshmi, following in the footsteps of Lakshmi. Before it was Nrisimha Leela, but this is more sweet. Darshini is a very sweet name for a girl. Servant of Lakshmi who always looks towards Nrisimha. Nrisimha Darshini. Congratulations, girls. We'll move on now. How about Elena Moskokova? Kina. Please forgive my Russian. Elena Moskovikina. Where is she?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, I need to see her on this screen. I've lost everything here. Yeah, I'm just seeing my ugly self here. There she is. Which one is she? There she is up here. Elena, thank you very much for being with us today. What are the 4 rules and regulations that you promised to follow? And how many rounds of this Maha Mantra will you chant every day?
Дорогой Шрила Гурудева, я обещаю воспевать каждый день минимум 16 кругов Махамантры Хари Кришна и не употреблять в пищу мясо, рыбу, яйца, не употреблять одурманивающие вещества и также не играть в азартные игры и не вступать в незаконные половые отношения. И никогда не выходить из искон.
And chanting 16 rounds, yes. So, Helena, where are you living?
Да. Я живу в городе Болонья в Италии.
Ah, buongiorno. So, you have the best Shiksha Guru anyone could ever have, Tredas, and his good wife. They're your Shiksha Gurus, and don't forget that. And Shiksha Guru, according to Kaviraj Goswami, there's no, in the eyes of the disciple, there's no difference between Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru. They just have different functions, but in our society, it's pretty much this. I'm giving you holy name, and I'm also giving you instructions, but whatever Tredas and his good wife say to you, Krishna Lokadasi, you take that as good as I'm saying it to you, as good as Prabhupada says it to you. Okay? Tredas is more advanced than me. It's a little ironic here that I'm giving you initiation. He's a Sankirtan devotee through and through. There's not an iota of any other interest in his heart. Fully dedicated. Still doing books. How many of us? I did books 11 years and I gave up. He still does books. Perfect example of Grihastra. And in this age, most people are meant to be Grihastras because it's the safest position. So he's there with his good wife. He's an experienced devotee. He has a lot of Prabhupada Kripa. So you take him also as Guru, as Shiksha Guru, okay? You see, he's on the left, I'm on the right. And his good wife's behind you, pushing you. You get out of Italy and you go to Golok. So we're giving you a very nice name, very nice name. It means servant of the sacred and very sweet Shri Madhuri Kund, known as Sangama Kund, located in Kandiravana. I know it's a little technical, but it's a very sweet lake in Vrindavan. You'll get the paper, you can go there one time. So from this day forth, you should be known as Madhuri Kunda Dasi. Madhuri Kunda, servant of the sweet lake. Madhuri Kunda Dasi ki, Tredas Prabhu ki, Prabhupada ki, Go Premanande. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Madhuri Kunda. We'll send you the paper so you can see. So now we'll do the Christians. Nikita, Christian. Nikita?
Nrisimha Chaturdashi ki. Jai Ho!
Okay, now
Krishna.
Well, now I can't say it.
I accept my most humble and respectful obeisance to Srila Gurudev. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Thank you so much.
I can't see.
Dear Srila Gurudev, I promise you to chant at least 16 rounds of Mahamantra every day and follow 4 regulative principles such as no meat, fish, or egg eating, no illicit sex, no intoxications, and no gambling. Thank you so much for accepting me and giving me a chance.
I saw you on the screen the other day with your extremely beautiful wife, very shy girl. And I saw you and I said, these are good devotees. How long have they been chanting? So
For
I want,
about 5 years, 4.5.
I said, I want to initiate them. Someone said, but wait a minute, what this, that, wait, hold. I said, no, I want to initiate. Give them the kripa of Guru Parampara.
Thank you so much.
I noticed you. Handsome boy and pretty girl. Looks like we say in English, you were as a match made in the heavenly planets. Very nice marriage. And you work together and you serve nicely together and you bring other couples, young couples, this wonderful world of Krishna consciousness to Prabhupada's. You help others. If you're happy, you make others happy. So I'm giving you, well, you make your vows now. What are your vows? He made his vows. So I will give you a nice name now. Did you do your vows yet? You can do your vows. You can make your vows.
Okay. Dear Shri Gurudev, I promise you to chant at least 16 rounds of Mahamantra every day and follow the 4 regulative principles such as no meat, fish, and egg eating, no illicit sex, no intoxications, and no gambling.
Okay. Your name means servant of Lord Krishna. He was known as Keshava, with beautiful hair, and he was known as Madhava, the husband of the goddess of fortune. From this day forth, he should be known as Keshava Madhava Das.
Thank you so much.
There's that song, Keshava Madhava Dina Dayal. You're Keshava Madhava.
Thank you so much, dear Shri Gurudev.
Okay. And Elizabeth, we say in English, Elizabeth. You can say your vows.
Yes. Dear Shri Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances from the depths of my heart. I'm really happy to be here. I promise to chant at least 16 rounds a day, every day. And also, I promise to follow 4 regulative principles, namely no meat, no fish, no eggs, no intoxications, no gambling, and no illicit sex. And moreover, I promise to always be faithful to you and Srila Prabhupada.
And Elizabeth, one other instruction. You keep crying for Krishna. Yep. You cry for Vaishnava,
Do my best.
cry for Guru, you cry for Krishna. 3, Vaishnavas, Guru and Krishna. You have soft heart. So there's one gopi, her name is Shamasaki, and her friend is Sri Radha Varangi. So your name means servant of Shamasaki's friend, Varangi, servant of Radha. So from this day forth, you should be known as Shama Varangi Dasi.
Thank you so much.
Shama Garangi and Keshava Madhava. Such sweet names. Brajbasi, Vrindavan names. Look Vrindavan. Hare Krishna. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Move on now. Svetlana. Where's our Svetlana? Svetlana. She can come on the screen now. Svetlana. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Here she comes. Hare Krishna, Svetlana. See her big picture. What are the four principles? Aruski.
Шрила Гурудев, я обещаю на четках каждый день повторять не менее 16 кругов махамантры. Я обещаю не есть мясо, рыбу, яйца, не употреблять интоксикации и одурманящих средств, не играть в азартные игры, не участвовать в финансовых махинациях, не заниматься незаконным сексом. Каждый день читать книги Шрилы Прабхупады и распространять.
Svetlana, Hare Krishna. Spasiba, Mushai. Rostov-on-Don. So many devotees in Rostov-on-Don. So happy to accept you as my disciple. I'm very happy. I will take you to Prabhupada and take you to Radhesham and to Vrindavaneshwari Srimati Radhika. My promise. Your name means servant of the cowherd girl named Gauri. Gauri is one very beautiful gopi. So your name is Gauri Gopika Devi Dasi. Gauri Gopika Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I don't know how to say this name. Evgeniy. How do you say it? Someone can.
Евгений. Евгений, похоже, да?
Koroneko. Is Mahavan there?
Yes, Yeshogраф Евгений Корниенко. Yes, Евгений Корниенко is здесь. Евгений Корниенко. Yeshogраф.
Is everyone getting a piece of paper with their name on it?
Yeshogраф. We will arrange after the programs. Everyone will have the name and explanation. Yes.
You can't do that now?
We can do it now, Shograph. Yeah, we can do it now. Okay, we will start
fine.
work on this.
They know their name at the fire yagya.
We will send now, Shograph. Yep.
Where's Evangeline? Is he here?
He's there.
Yeshograph, he is ready.
Да, Харе Кришна, Махарадж. Примите мои смиренные поклоны. Харе Кришна.
So the four principles and the chanting?
Я обещаю каждый день повторять святые имена Господа четко, следовать 4 регулирующим принципам. Не употреблять мясную пищу, рыбу, мясо, яйца. Не употреблять интоксикации. Не вступать в азартные, не участвовать в азартных играх, не вступать в незаконные сексуальные отношения. И оставаться в искон до конца своей жизни. Харе Кришна.
You can also remain in ISKCON in the spiritual world. Because Prabhupada said we will have our ISKCON in the spiritual sky. So you can be eternally part of ISKCON. So thank you very much. Your name means servant of the sun god lineage. There's different lineages, vamsas in which the knowledge is coming down from the moon god, from the sun god. So you're a servant of the lineage coming from the sun god. From this day, your name will be Surya Vamsa Das. Surya Vamsa Das.
Surya Vamsa Das. Харе Кришна. Харе Кришна, благодарю вас. Харе Кришна. Харе Кришна.
So I just want to remind all the devotees that Mahavan will be sending you, in the next few minutes, he'll send you a paper on which you'll find your name and the meaning of your name. And hopefully it will be in the Russian language. Because if you get it in English, you probably won't understand it. But we'll write it out for you in the Russian language, and you'll also have the meaning of your name. So don't worry. Everything will be very clear. I gave this instruction to Mahavan 6 o'clock in the morning. He's a little slow because he's working on the videos. So Margarita, Bolivia, Margarita. Hare Krishna, Margarita. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Margarita, Hare Krishna. So nice to see your smiling face. Beautiful garland. You have beautiful garland. Very nice garland. Margarita, where are you living? Which city are you in?
Я живу в городе Харькове.
Ukraine.
Да.
I love Ukraine. I love Achyuta Priya. All the devotees. And Kiev. So Margarita, what are the rules and the regulations you promise to follow, and how many rounds will you chant?
Дорогой Шрила Гурудев, примите, пожалуйста, мои смиренные поклоны. Я даю обещание следовать 4 регулирующим принципам: не есть мясо, рыбу, яйца, не употреблять никаких интоксикаций, не вступать в незаконные половые отношения и не играть в азартные игры. Также я обещаю повторять каждый день 16 кругов Хари Кришна Махамантры на четках минимум. Всегда оставаться верной Шриле Прабхупаде и никогда не покидать общество преданных.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm giving you the name that you're the servant of a very special gopi. Her name is Sharada. So from this day forth, you shall be known as Sarada Gopi Devi Dasi. Sarada Gopi Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna. Congratulations, Sarada. Here's the name, Sharada. Sharada Gopi.
Спасибо. Кришна.
One second. I think wait. Okay, go on my computer or find somewhere. I have the boy, but I don't have the girl. Somehow it didn't get printed, so will we look here? Just give me 1 second, everybody. How do I go to my Word? Word, and we'll look up the names. Let's see. Somehow it got thrown out here. Which my name's missing. Maybe on an earlier one. Help me with this. I can't do this. We'll go to File. And we'll find the names there. Go up to File here. No, like that. File. File. Open recent. Not recent. I think we'll find it here. Yeah, we will. Where's my mouse? Okay. Oh, she's missing. Try one more time. Yeah. Do you see her name? Do you see her name? Perun, right? It's the boy. And the girl, I forget her name. What name I gave her? Oh no, she has a different name. Oh, this is okay. Okay, I got it. Okay, take me back. And here we are. Okay. Andre Peron, and I believe your wife can also come, Maria.
Krishna, dear Srila Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances, your lotus feet. From this day, I promised no fish, no meat, no eggs, no illicit sex, no intoxication. And also, I promise chant every day minimum 16 rounds, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and try more, read Prabhupada's books, and never leave ISKCON. Thank you. No gambling also, yes. Thank you.
Which temple are you in?
Черкасy, near Kiev, Ukraine.
Okay. What service do you have?
Puja, Harinamas, everything what ask devotees.
Okay. So, Andre, I'm giving you a special name you'll never forget on this day. It means servant of the beautiful but very ferocious Shringadev. From this day forth, you should be known as Shri Nrisimha. Shri Nrisimha, like we have that prayer, right? Shri Nrisimha, Jaya Nrisimha, Jaya Jaya Nrisimha, Praladas Chaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa. It's in Madhya Lila. Glories to Lord Nrisimha, Shri Nrisimha. All glories to Lord Nrisimha Dev, the Lord of Prahlad, like a honeybee who is always engaged in beholding the lotus-like face of the goddess of fortune. Shri Nrisimha Das. Lucky boy, you're a lucky boy.
Hare Krishna.
Ave Maria.
I promise you to chant minimum 16 rounds a day during all my life, and I promise to follow regulative principles such as no meeting, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex. And I promise to read Prabhupada's books and never leave ISKCON.
Okay. How long have you been married?
5 years.
Whoa. Okay. I'm not going to give you Nrisimha name. One name in family, Nrisimha, is enough. I'll give you a name like Vrindavan. So he'll be very strong, very sweet, balanced. Yes. Husband has Shri Nrisimha. Something very sweet. So your name means servant of the youthful and beautiful Srimati Radharani. From this day forth, you should be known as Kishori Sundari Devi Dasi. Do you like that name, Kishori?
So much. Very nice name.
Kishori Sundari and Sri Nrisimha. Thank you. I'll see you when I come to your country. Are you, Kishori, are you a good cook? Are you a good cook?
Yeah.
But your husband looks a little thin. You have to feed him more. Okay. And then Sergey Grisin. Sergey Grisin.
Харе Кришна. Харе Кришна, дорогой Гурудев.
Харе Кришна.
Обещаю вам до конца жизни повторять 16 кругов махамантры в день на четках. Не употреблять в пищу рыба, мясо, яйца. Не заниматься незаконными половыми связями. Не увлекаться азартными играми. И не употреблять интоксикации. Читать книги Прабхупады, Шрила Прабхупады каждый день, слушать ваши лекции и киртаны и служить преданным.
What temple is he from? What temple? Can you hear me now?
Город Каменск-Уральский, Свердловская область. Екатеринбургский храм.
Okay. So you're big boy. So we're going to give you big name. My internet is there. From this day forward, you'll be known as Krishna Balaram Das. Krishna Balaram Das.
Known as Krishna Balaram Das. Спасибо, Гурудев, спасибо большое. Харе Кришна.
All right, Victor.
Харе Кришна, Гурудев. Примите мои поклоны вашим лотосным стопам. Со звуком.
Okay. So Victor, can you hear me? You can hear? So Victor, congratulations. We're giving you our congratulations today. And I would like to hear from you the 4 rules and regulations and how many rounds of japa you'll chant every day.
Даю обещание повторять Харе Кришна Махамантру минимум 16 кругов каждый день до конца своих дней. Не есть мясо, рыбу, яйца, а также не потреблять интоксикацию всю свою жизнь. И соблюдать половые отношения, то есть незаконные половые отношения не вступать. Не играть в азартные игры.
Okay.
И служить вашим лотосным стопам, по вашей милости.
And one more instruction. No more jail.
Обещаю. Обещаю.
Okay. No more jail.
Спасибо вам за вашу милость и за то, что вы
I have many good reports about you, many good reports are coming that you, even when you were in prison, you were a big preacher, and now you're out of prison and you're a good example for everyone in your community. So this is very important to me. And like the other devotees there in the Gypsy community, I want you to become very strong preacher and make many of your people also devotees. As you know, I am also Gypsy. No. Because you know the story, one day I met one Gypsy, we became friends and we cut our arms and we put our arms together like this, and my blood flowed into his veins and his blood flowed into my veins. So I am also Gypsy man. And Gypsy people, they like to sing, they like to dance, they like to food, they like to be with other people. So we will teach them what is the best food, prasadam, what is the best dance, Hare Krishna Kirtan, what is the best song, Maha Mantra, and what is the best prasadam, rasgullas, jalebis, sandesh, kichori, samosa. All right? Your people come from India. We have to bring them back to the heart of India, which is the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'm very, very, very proud of you that you have been able to come to this point of accepting this life of purity and becoming a Gaudiya Vaishnava. And I'm giving you a very nice name because you like to serve devotees. So your name means servant of the lotus feet of Vaishnavas. So from this day forth, you should be known as Vaishnava Charandas. Charan means feet, so Vaishnava Charandas. Very good name. Very good name. Together we will make many Gypsy people Hare Krishnas. Yes, I will come. One of my favorite places in Russia is your town and your community. I love the Gypsy people. They have the spirit, the right spirit. We just have to make it Krishna conscious. So you tell everyone that Nrisimha Swami is coming to dance with them, to sing with them, and to feast with them. My Gypsy brothers and sisters. All right, Hare Krishna. So now, I think, is that everyone? Did I do everyone? Did I miss anyone? I think everyone, right? Okay.
Можно вас попросить ваше благословение? Служить вам, ну, не один, а рядом моя супруга. Бхакти-читание с вами, Лила Катха и Девидаси. Мы просим ваше благословение на то, чтобы мы могли продвигаться и служить вашим лотосным стопам. В духовном направлении служить. Пожалуйста, ваше благословение.
Amazing. Now you have double potency. Beautiful Krishna conscious wife, and you together you can do amazing things. So I give you my blessings and all glories to my dear godbrother Bhakti Chaitanya Swami. What is her name? Your wife's name?
Lila Katha.
Lila Katha. Very good. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Leela Kata, write that down. I'm gonna write Maharaj. Leela Kata. So now we will do the fire yagya. Then we can move the laptop. And we're gonna start the fire again. How will we start? Oh, I think like this way. We went on top, the small, look at
Hare
the small
Krishna.
ones.
Hare
А вы,
Krishna.
да?
В Голландии у нас баллад огонь полосу посвященный. Мата Ди Мариана.
Hare Krishna. I should wait, maybe. Or...
Did I miss somebody?
We all go there. We need some certificate.
Yes. Oh, what's happening? Tell me what's happening. Ask Ananta or ask.
Mamaji? Would you
Да,
please
yes.
tell us what's
What's happening, Mohan? Please instruct me.
Все в порядке, преданные. Мы даем слово. Никаких нету пожеланий. Мы переходим,
Голландцы,
правильно?
мы потеряли двух
Харе
людей.
Кришна, прошу прощения, меня не называли. Я должна сегодня получать инициацию?
Да, покажите, кто вы.
Мельничук Марьяна.
So,
I didn't forget. Remind me your name.
You forget about me, sorry.
It was, we sent you, we have her in a list. She's 28 years old. Вам 28 лет, да?
Yeah, 28. I'm from Kyiv, Ukraine.
That name?
Сейчас проверим. Давайте мы проверим эти данные. Анастасия, помогите. У нас приемная комиссия. Сейчас мы смотрим. Сейчас.
Мариана у нас есть, да.
Она у нас есть, да, в списках?
The last one.
Okay, let me look.
Давайте ее закрепим.
We're here.
Yeah, we have.
Mariana Melik.
Да. Yes, Shugrat, yes. Mariana Melinchuk.
I was just testing you to see if you were really serious. So, Mariana, what are the 4 rules and regulations? See, I have your name here. What are the 4 rules and regulations you promised to follow? And how many rounds of the Maha Mantra will you chant?
Please accept my humble obeisances, and also this garland is for you. I promise you to chant at least 16 rounds a day, very attentive. And also I promise you do not eat meat, eggs, and fish. Also, I promise you no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex.
Thank you very much. You speak good English. How you know English? School?
Yeah, school, and also from sister.
Oh, sister. And what do you do? What type of work do you do, or what type of service do you do?
I serve in puja. I help in puja, and also I prepare garlands for deities.
Okay.
And I try to do all my best.
Which temple are you coming from?
I'm from Kyiv, Ukraine.
Okay, when I come to Kyiv next time, I want you to make me a very, very beautiful garland.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry.
Five different kinds of flowers, all different colors, and the garland should go down to the ground. Okay. And who are the two beautiful girls behind you? Are they your friends?
It's your daughters, also my sister in God, Gopi Karani, Karuna Murti, and also Tulsi Devi Tulsi Mataji.
Well, there's three of you, yes. So, yeah, when I come to Kyiv, you will be in charge of all my garlands. You will be my garland maker. In Ukraine, when I'm in Ukraine, you're in charge of garlands for me. Okay? And I want to come back to Ukraine. I'm missing Ukraine very much, especially the big festival we have, that such a nice festival I'm missing. So I didn't forget you. I was just leaving you to feel some vipralamba bhav, some separation. Gurudev, wait. I will not leave you behind. I will promise to take you to the spiritual world. And I'll introduce you. My dear Srila Prabhupada, this is my spiritual daughter. You please bless her. Okay?
Thank you.
And I have a very nice name for you. So nice. It means, well, it's a very appropriate name here. Servant of Radharani who has young, beautiful friends. And look, you have all your friends. That's your name. Servant of Radharani has beautiful young friends. From this day forth, you shall be known as Kumari Sakhi Devi Dasi.
Thank you very much.
Kumari means very young girl, and Sakhi, those Sakhis are the friends of Radha. So Kumari Sakhi means servant of Radha who has beautiful young friends. There you go. Kumari Sakhi Devi Dasi ki. One more, okay.
Bolak.
Yes. And we have Bolak too. Bolak?
Харе Кришна, Гурудев.
Bolak.
Примите, пожалуйста, мои поклоны.
I accept.
Я беру обеты соблюдать, ежедневно повторять 16 кругов Махамантры минимум, очень внимательно, соблюдать 4 регулирующих принципа, не есть мясо, рыбу, яйца, не употреблять интоксикации, не участвовать в азартных играх, не вступать в незаконные половые связи и до конца жизни оставаться в Искон. Харе Кришна.
Bolat, are you from Kazakhstan?
Kazakhstan, Aktobe.
I can see in the film. Yeah. Almaty, Bibi Govinda Maharaj, the farm. Yeah. Thank you. Spasibo. Nice to see you. Hare Krishna. So, you have a very nice name. Your name means servant of the most beautiful prema, or love of Krishna. Servant of the most beautiful prema, love of Krishna. From this day forth, you shall be known as Shri Premadas.
Whoa!
Shri Prema, 2 words. Shri Prema, Shri Premadas, servant of love for God.
Thank you very much.
All right, so everybody, we're going to do yajna now. We're going to have a yajna. So in your minds, you can be like you're present here. And when I say svaha, then you, in your mind, you throw the grains. You can have some, give me some grains there. Yeah, you can do like this. You have this, and then svaha. So if you have grains, if you don't, if you can do it in your mind, you can throw the grains. So this will make the whole yajna process complete. The whole ceremony will be complete. Everyone will be duly initiated disciples. So now I will light the sacred fire. My mantra, Hare Krishna. So they can see the fire, right?
Yes.
Where can they see? Okay. So all you have to do is just say Swaha. I will say the mantras. We won't do word for word. I'll just say the whole mantra, and then you can just say the Swaha. Okay. So I'm going to start now. Om Agyan Timirandasya Ginangana Shalakaya Chaksuramilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Okay, ready? Everyone repeat. Swaha. 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 Can I hear some swahas? Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Shwayam Rupakadamayam Dadati Sva Padantikam Swaha. I sing. Swaha. Swaha. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakachatam Sakana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitam Scha Swaha. 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 Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Swaha. 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 Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Swaha. 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 Daya Krishna Pashtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namane Swaha. 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 Shri Bharsha Dayitaya Kripadhaye Krishna Sambandha Vignaya Dayane Prabhave Namaha Swaha. Swaha.
Swaha.
Ar Ujjvala Premaja Shri Rupanoga Bhaktida Shri Gaurakaruna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Swaha. Swaha. Namaste Gauravani Shimurtare Dinatarine Rupanoga Vyudha Apasadanta Dvanta Harine Swaha. Swaha. Namo Gopishana Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipul Bode Harambuda Namaha
Они хотят, чтобы я звук включила, чтобы повторять слово.
Whatever Baba Bhuveshtam Videshita Jana Priya, Vaishnava Sarvabhauma, Sri Jagannathaya Te Namaha. Kalpatudubhyascha, Kripa Sindhu Bhavecha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnava.
Гурдева, звук пропал.
Tatatmakam Krishnam Avataram Bhaktyam Namame Bhakta Shaktikam Swaha
Swaha.
Swaha
Swaha.
Swaha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Krishna Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Swaha
Swaha. Swaha.
Jayatam Surator Pangor Mama Manda Matergati Matsavasyo Bhaktadanyo Swaha
Swaha.
Divyad Vidaranya Kalpadunvada Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanashto Srimad Radha Shila Govinda Devo Prashtalabi Sevdimano Shmarami Swaha Srimad Rasa Rasam Vamsivata Tatashtika Kaushan Vinashmaner Gopir Gopinatha Shri Eshtuna Swaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Shuta Devi Pranamani Hari Priye Swaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Swaha Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Swaha Okay, I would like everyone to stand up now. You have a banana in your hands and fire after this mantra. Step. O Brahmanaya, O Brahmanaya, Jagaditaya Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha, Namo Brahmanya Devaya, O Brahmanya Hitaya Cha, Jagaditaya Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha, Namo Brahmanya Devaya, Go Brahmanya Hitaya Cha, Jagaditaya Krishnaya, Govindaya, Namo Namaha. Banana into the fire. Swaha. Go Premanande.
Oh.
So I'd like to say to everyone that although there may have been some irregularities in the performance of these rituals today, because the internet's not so good, you couldn't have heard all the mantras, whatever, doesn't make any difference. By Prabhupada's grace, by Lord Chaitanya's grace, by the grace of Radha Shyam in Vrindavan, everything was perfect. You accepted me into your heart. I accepted you into my heart. I've given you the mantra, Hare Krishna mantra. I've accepted you as disciple. You've accepted me as guru. We had a fire yagya. And today's a very auspicious day. It's Lord Nrisimha's appearance day. So you can feel satisfied that everything was done by the mercy of Lord Nrisimha very perfectly. You were duly initiated, Gaudiya Vaishnav, Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, 100%. I love all of you equally, very much in my heart. I wish you the best. And I look forward to coming to your countries, to Russia and Ukraine, and spending time with you. In the meantime, please listen to my lectures. Actually, in 1 hour or 45 minutes on my YouTube channel. In Russian, I'm going to be giving a lecture on Lord Nrisimha, in 45 minutes. So if you have the time now or later, please watch this lecture, part of my regular series. Today's Tuesday, so in 45 minutes, a lecture on the appearance day of Lord Nrisimha. Be good for you to hear. Otherwise, have a wonderful festival today. Have a nice feast, and we will be in touch. Oh, glorious to Srila Prabhupada. Bhagavan Nrisimha Deva ki. Shri Guru ki. Back home, back. Oh,
Спасибо большое, дорогие преданные, за участие. Поздравляем всех, кто получил посвящение. Желаем удачи, успехов в духовной жизни.
Поздравляем.
Имена вам вышли в чат на английском, на русском. Это займет какое-то время. Пожалуйста, проверьте, я уже выслал документ. И если хотите, можете остаться, обменяться поздравлениями, поделиться реализациями и успехов вам. До новых встреч. Будем на связи. Харе Кришна.
Махаван, друг мой.
Я, с вашего позволения, позвоню Гурудеву и другими вопросами займемся. Я не нужен, да, здесь? Пока что все вопросы отвечены. Все, преданно, на связи. Если что, пишите, звоните. Удачи вам. Харе Кришна. Всех благ. Все слава Гурудеву. Харе Кришна. Гурудев, Джай Прабхупад. Харе Кришна. Спасибо. Нектар, чистый мед.
Харе Кришна, Вайшнава.
Харибо! Чапа!